Welcome to Almost Live. I'm your host, Shane Phillips, and I'm here with the infamous, the notorious, the legend, Ziad Makhzoumi. Ziad, welcome. So we're just kind of bantering on about the MBA, and my position is that most of the stuff they teach you in the MBA is crap. But of course, there is some tidbits there. Should people be getting an MBA? Should they not be getting an MBA? Is there value in an MBA? What is your thoughts there?
Well, I think people should always learn new things, if it's formal or informal. So if going to a seminar on X is good for you and will enhance your life and your performance as a professional or your career, then you should consider it. I mean, I believe education is important, but I mean, with the current market and that knowledge is available everywhere, including fake news everywhere and Twitter and so on, probably for a lot of people an MBA is a waste of time. Probably. For some people it is. I mean, when you're of a certain age and you don't have the experience in life and you don't know what to do, it might give you the chance to get introduced to areas, to information, to experiences, to knowledge, and networking with people probably who are older than you or more experienced than you. In that sense, an MBA environment is useful. I mean, for example, I was asked if I want to do a PhD in business, and I said, I really don't need it except for the title. And we know you can go online and buy one for $300 or so, if you want to be a doctor. Let alone, I mean, I've known to be a doctor because of my involvement in healthcare, but I'm not a doctor. I'm not a medical doctor. I'm not an academic doctor.
You're the love doctor.
Probably I know a lot more than most people who have PhDs and so on, but that's of experience and so on. So an MBA is a chance to give you like a thinking ground, a station to consider it.
If I can just, so when I say full of crap, I'm not saying that they're not useful. So for example, you're going to visit your MBA and address them. Now that's where the value is. The value for me in an MBA is the alma mater, is your alumni, is sitting down with Ziad and saying, hey, how do you actually restructure a company? So you're getting that, you're building that network of people who are in industry who are making things happen. But the reason why I say it's full of crap, if you take, for example, a bottle of water and you bring three accountants and you say, oh, you guys are masters in evaluation, tell me the value of this bottle of water, you're going to get three different answers, right? And then, or you sit down with these private equity guys and say, oh, we'll evaluate your business. I say, intrinsic value or net asset value, or you just take a simple thing like a Van Gogh painting, it's coming in at $150 million. There's no evaluation technique on the planet that can explain that. The only thing that so it's the human psychology element which is really driving the value, which they seem to, it's not there yet. I mean, in terms of our understanding, the system, the education process isn't really getting the whole picture yet.
Well, there's a whole issue, how do you value value?
Right. I
mean, in 2009, I was on a panel, and on the panel was some of the rating agencies. And I asked the chairman, how do you rate rating agencies? He said, why ask me this? I said, because you're the cause of everything that is happening in the world. We believed you that Lehman Brothers is okay. We believed you that Bank of America is fine, buying Merrill Lynch. We believed you Merrill Lynch is fine. Turned out that it wasn't there. So how do you rate rating agents? The same thing, I mean, we can talk about value in a different discussion, but how do you value value? I mean, we as finance people and investment bankers, I can convince you of any value in the future and I can discount it and tell you, see, you got a killing now. It's fantastic because in the future it's going to be worth $1 billion. Really? When you look at some of the shares that are traded now, their peak was like 20 times what it is now. The question now is the price, some of the companies we were talking about earlier in healthcare sector without mentioning. Is the current value the real value or what it was as an? I believe both are not right because both are judged on the circumstances that are not normal and are exceptional. But we should have a discussion about how do you value value.
Yeah, and for me, the whole thing comes down to whether you're looking at value or you're looking at management or you're looking at performance or you're looking at marketing, they're ignoring the human psychology. There's no system where when you say, okay, I want to performance manage my team, they're going to come with a balanced scorecard and some KPIs. Where's the collective subconscious of your organization? Where is the current consciousness of your organization? How are you driving beliefs and identity? And all of these things are just ignored because they're too complex. And the CEO, it's much easier for you to say, we're going to increase sales by 15%. You're going to do 100 more sales calls, rather than to say, hey, do you really believe in the product you're selling? Do you really believe in what we're doing? Do we have a sense of purpose? Is there a sense of identity there? And that's where you look at, true peak performance. It's not taught in the classroom because they don't understand it. That's what I'm saying when I say the MBA is full. Personally, I think MBA is a great thing to do because, as they say, it's who you know, not what you know. And and the MBA is a great way to know people in business.
Just a final word. I mean, any education is useful if you know how to use it and it's with the right context. And I think the way the world is changing, and we're gathering information, most of it is crap. We should learn how to filter that. We should learn how to use whatever is necessary for us to make the right decisions and not be influenced by what people tell us. We're being brainwashed, we're being reprogrammed most of the time for no reason except that it's fun, let's do it, or it's stupid, let's do it. And we should get out of that. So an MBA is another tool that could be useful, but it's like anything else, it could be a waste of time.
Ziad Makhzoumi and his insights on the MBA and the education process. This is Almost Live. I'm your host, Shane Phillips.